DeSoto district of Seattle. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Throwing to start the drive. Hackett. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Hackett flushed out right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment.
The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. They'll run on first down. Kirkpatrick, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing here, Purdy. A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off play action. Hackett. And that's going to be caught downfield by Pham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hackett. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now they'll audible to something else. Here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Well, that a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hackett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the...
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Hackett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Back to throw. Hackett. Under pressure. pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Brown drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. First and 10, Taylor now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Purdy now to throw. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Here's Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Purdy sets up to throw again. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Purdy. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. In motion goes the tight end. From the 45 on second down, Purdy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hackett, flush to his right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Yard line. It'll be a pickup pick up a 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Hackett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well. Shotgun now with Purdy.
eluding the pressure right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Out of the gun, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Purdy from the gun.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 3 yards out.
And the Panthers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
And Walker once more. And they'll take this to the 46. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. To the right side, this is Walker. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Out right to Smith-Njigba. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Throwing to start the drive. Hackett flush to his right.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Hackett eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Hackett. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Hackett. And this is caught inside the 5.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our